Hello, everyone. Welcome on our Master Match online YouTube channel. Today we have Paulina with us, and Paulina is a business development manager at Expara, and he's looking for investment partners and promising startups in order to do some investments. And Paulina is going to tell us why startup should have exit strategy.
Thank you very much, Asha. Every time we talk to the startup, we ask for the exit strategy. And very often the entrepreneurs answer this question incorrectly, which automatically reduces our interest in the startup. And very often we are going to stop conversations. So today I would like to tell you why you should have the exit strategy from day one and which exit strategy you should go for. So let's start with the question, why exit strategy? Or maybe better would be the question, how VCs earn money? VCs, venture capital funds, earn money when they have the opportunity to sell their shares in a liquidity event. So it sounds logic that VCs want to earn money and ask about the exit strategies. And when we ask this question, very often we hear the answer, oh, we do not have the exit strategy. So when the entrepreneurs say we do not have the exit strategy, it's almost the equivalent of saying we have no idea how you can earn money. We have no idea how we can deliver any return for you. So why would you pitch any investment offer to any potential investor without having any idea how he can earn money on it? It doesn't make sense, right? Some startups also argue that the exit strategy is something that they don't need because exit will happen in 5-10 years. So how can they predict now? And yes, I totally agree with you. You are not able to predict in real life what's going to happen in 5-10 years. But exit strategy is actually not about predicting what's going to happen in 5-10 years. It's just the strategy, how you are planning to exit. What's your plan to exit? So it's very similar. You have product strategy, you have marketing strategy, you have sales strategy that you are pursuing, that you are trying to maximize. So why don't you have the exit strategy? Why don't you have the plan how to maximize the return for the investor? Another group of entrepreneurs that we ask this question, they answer that we don't want to exit the company. We want to stay in this company for a longer time. But this is actually the misunderstanding how VC world works. If there is no exit, VCs are not going to earn money. So if you are not planning to exit, you should probably fund your business with your own money and don't go to venture capital funds. And also, in most exits, funders are going to stay in the company. If you are going IPO, you are staying, and even if there is a trade sale, you are going to stay for at least a few years. So now let's talk about the exit strategies. There are actually two of them. The first one is trade sale that I just mentioned. This is selling to another company. And the second one is IPO, which means initial public offering. So the portfolio company sells shares to the public through listing on the exchange. This is called the IPO event. So if entrepreneurs say that they will pursue any of this option, they will go for trade sale or an IPO, it means that they do not have any exit strategy. Those are just two different options. And if you are an entrepreneur, you should have specified exit strategy. You should go just for the one of those options. If you go with the IPO option, you should be able to say where are you going to exit, so like which stock exchange and when this can happen. Usually it's 5-10 years. You should also understand the listing requirements, and it would be good if you can mention some of the examples of the companies that did it the same way that you are planning to. If your strategy is trade sale, on the other hand, so another option that I mentioned, you should be able to talk what kind of company may buy you, when this can happen. Usually, again, it will be 5-10 years. And what's the valuation in terms of acquisitions in your sector? And also, you should be able to give some examples of the companies that exited this way. So, so trade sale or IPO, they are going to take 5-10 years from the seed investment. IPO is a slightly longer process. But now we know that there are two options of exit. But which option is better? Like which option you should go for? So here the answer from my side is that you should go for trade sale. And usually entrepreneurs have a different idea for this. Usually they argue that like IPO is much better than trade sale. But if you are not the entrepreneur in the US or China, because those are very active IPO markets for startups, I would rather suggest that you forget about IPO. The probability that startup will exit by IPO is very low. The statistics say that 92% of startups exit via trade sale. So if creating the startup is already very difficult, why would you like to make it even more difficult and try to exit via IPO? Like, it doesn't make sense. Of course, if you have the opportunity to exit on NASDAQ, definitely go for it. But if you have two options like regional stock exchange or trade sale, I would definitely suggest you go for trade sale. So this was just the introduction to the exit strategies. I'm very happy to tell you more later about the exit valuation. And maybe as you come to me as a mentee, then we can discuss more and I will be happy to help you structure the deal.
Wow, Paulina, that was a lot, and that was only introduction. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Paulina, tell me, is there anything that we can help you? Is there any advice you are looking to get from our community?
Yes, so as I'm working on the investor side, I'm looking for startups in Central Eastern Europe. So I would be very happy to meet agri-food tech, clean tech, ocean tech startups. So if you are one of them, just please sign up on the MasterMatch platform where you can find me. And I will be very glad to discuss opportunities for our business cooperation or maybe investment either. Also, I'm looking for investors. So if you are an investor and you don't know what to do with your capital, you have some free capital, just reach out to me too, and I will be happy to discuss the opportunities of investing in our funds.
Perfect, perfect. I'm sure that we will find someone for you. No worries. Tell me maybe what kind of the service or advice you can offer someone from our community.
Yes, sure. So I'm very involved in our acceleration and incubation programs. I'm working with startups. I'm the mentor for startups. And here I would like to offer advice and mentorship for startups, young entrepreneurs that are just starting their own business. I would like to help with pitch decks, with business models, with business plans, financial models, or just negotiations with investors. I will be happy to tell you how to talk to investors, what to care about, what to highlight when you are pitching. And I'm also very eager to help with the legal aspects of the term sheets, shareholder agreements. This is something that you will have to face later, slightly later, but this is also very important. Maybe you are already in talks with potential investors. Just reach out to me. I will be very happy to advise you on those aspects.
Wow, Paulina, those are really advice services. Really. Yeah, so if you have kind of the idea or kind of need for business development, or you are doing startups and you would like to meet such professionals as Paulina, do not hesitate, go for the Master Match online and send your question to us, and we will match you with Paulina or other professionals. Thank you, Paulina, for the
Thank you
chat.
very much.
Bye.
Bye bye.